to live your life. This is a new day to try to get right. This is a new day to get on track. Yeah, that's life in football. This is a new day to live your life. This is a new day to try to get right. This is a new day to get on track. Yeah, that's life in football. It's life in football. We are life in football.
You are now listening to the Life in Football podcast. Check out the new website, lifeinfootball.com.
Welcome to the Life in Football podcast, baby. I'm your host, Mike Fee.
This your co-host, Cole and Moore. You know we love life and enjoy football.
Top-notch players all around the world. Top-notch players all around the world. Today we got a very special guest on by the name of Ellrie Allen Jr. And he did his thing at FAMU. I remember I saw it was something on social media where FAMU put together where this young man ended up getting a scholarship. He earned a scholarship. He was wearing number 40. I'll never forget it. They was in practice. And Coach Simmons, they did a little skit almost, or however they did it. But he ended up letting the guys know he had earned a scholarship, and everybody went crazy. And that's a commitment to success. When somebody earned that scholarship as a walk-on, it's almost like a joyful, tearful moment, because this is something you will see all across college football, where guys at every school earn that scholarship, earn that full ride. And I'm so happy that we got him on, man. He wore number 40 for FAMU. He was a linebacker, and he did his thing, man. I'm talking about a hard-nosed hitter. When you see him, special team, he coming down splatting something every time. And he don't know, I was watching him. I'm talking about hard, on him hard out there, checking him out, just cause I saw the effort he had put in to earn this scholarship. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and pass it off to C-Mo, and we're gonna go and jump this thing off.
Mr. Allen, how you doing, man?
Doing great, man.
Listen, so I already know if you earn that scholarship, you out there balling at practice, you out there laying it down, but before you got the scholarship, what made you choose FAM and like, I'm gonna go here and this where I want to commit to, and on top of committing there, like, at some point they got to give me this scholarship. I know that's how you had to see it, because ain't nobody going out there like, I ain't gonna be no practice dummy. Yeah. So at some point you knew that you was worthy of that scholarship. Yeah. So I want to hear what made you pick them, and what was your countdown like, they got to give me that ride.
All right, so basically, man, FAMU is a family school. Mm-hmm. So my dad went there, my grandfather went there. My dad played sports there, actually. Mm-hmm. He played basketball there. And so basically, I'm from a small town called West Chapel. It's a small town outside Tampa. And I had other offers going when I was in high school my senior year, but I am tearing my ACL in this championship game. So when that happened, all my offers just backed away. Mm-hmm. FAMU was the only one that stayed loyal. But I already knew that even if I had the offers, if they did stay, I was gonna go to FAMU no matter what. Because like I said, it's a family school.
Right.
When I went there, again, I was actually promised a scholarship when I committed. Mm-hmm. And so I came in under Coach Wood. I'm not sure if you guys remember Coach Wood and Marty Spieler. Mm-hmm. So I didn't come in under Coach Simmons. Mm-hmm. So when it happened, I was like, okay. They told me that, hey, we're gonna make sure your ACL's fine. Good, just come in here, you're good. And you'd be preferred walk-on, but you're in a scholarship at the end of the year. I was like, all right, cool, I'll still commit. Right. So I ended up committing, and as y'all know, Coach Will got fired. Mm-hmm. So when he left everybody he recruited, up to Coach Simmons. So Coach Simmons didn't know us. Right. So at the end of the day, it's like, okay, do I either leave, transfer, or do I just stick it out and ball out, which I know I can compete. Right. I had a great freshman year. I was redshirted, balling in practice, do what I had to do. So now I said, man, I just got to duke it out and just get the scholarship. I know I can. And I faced a lot of trial and tribulations, man. So, like, the years I came under Coach Simmons, man, the first year, tore my hamstring. And then the next spring, I had a great spring. So I came back in, I started on special teams again. I was in the rotation. And towards, it was the fifth, sixth game, and I tear my MCL. So, yeah, I tore my MCL. And then that summer, I was going into, it was my junior year. Tore my MCL on my other knee. Oh, yeah. So my knees, I don't know what's going on. So ripping them up, man. So it was a squash, bro. So, but so I was like, man, then they had a crossroads. I was like, man, like I said, do I leave or duke it out? I'm not a quitter. So I was like, man, I'm just gonna stay and do what I gotta do. And that's what I did. And lo and behold, it worked its way out.
Now, what people don't realize is when you tap your ACL or anything with them knees, that's about 6 to 9 months working out.
Right.
And you had to come back and do that a few times.
Yeah.
That's dedication right there itself. What made you keep getting back up? Because that was a lot of hits to them. That's what made you want to keep going. Yeah. And you ain't have to. Like, you could have just rehabbed and got it back right and said, man, I'm done.
Yeah.
What made you keep going?
Man, honestly, man, my faith in God, man. I really feel like he put me to a test, like, to see what I can handle. And it's like, when I get older, I don't want to look back with regret and say, man, okay, I ended up quitting. Mm-hmm. If I try to tell another young kid, or my son, or anybody else that's trying to come under me, like, hey, man, it's how you duke it out. It's how you, stay through trials. Right. And they're like, okay, what did you do? And I said, well, dang, man, I quit. Yeah. And, I got nothing to stand on, Right. So now I'm make sure I got something to stand on. And my word means everything, but also my action means more. And so that's why that's what all my mindset was. And like I said, I came from a small town. Mm-hmm. My school was Chapel. That is a new school. Right. We had only one NFL player there, and it wasn't the school that was most known for football. So my first years, we went 0-10. My freshman year, I started off varsity. Yeah. So listen. I started off varsity my freshman year, though. Yeah. We went 0-10, dog. The next 2 years, we went 2-8. We had a head coach dog. We had a coach that never played football.
Y'all trash every year.
So guess what? My best friend, one of my brothers, I don't know you know Isaiah Bolden from Jackson State, right?
Isaiah who?
Bolden.
Yeah.
That's my best friend. So
because he went to Florida State first.
Yeah. He ended up coming back to West Chapel. He's from West Chapel, Tampa. And he came back to West Chapel High School. And we all combined up. Right. Everybody transfers came back to West Chapel. So then we ended up saying, okay, man, we're going to do what we got to do. We ended up having a great season, A&2. We lost into the championship. I told my ACL, but that right there told me everything I need to know. Like, hey, man, I stayed out the hill. That's just my life.
Right.
It's battling.
You make it through it all.
Yeah. Basically, that's what it is. So, yeah.
Now, I want to get back to that moment we talked about with you earning the scholarship. Mm-hmm. How was that for you? Like, did you tell your mom? What are your family? Like, what were they thinking? And what was your feeling during that moment?
Man, let me tell you. So, when that happened, it's like, I didn't know what to feel, man. It was just so much emotion. But I think the main emotion was like just peace. His main thing was peace. Like, it's like, man, I done been through a lot. And I don't know if you saw the video. When I stood up, I was like, man, okay, like it's finally happening. And I went up there and shook hands. I was like, okay, man, hopefully this ain't no joke, man. Fam, you can sometimes, but nah, man. But I got my scholarship. And I remember I went to my dog Zoran Wade, and he was like, man, finally, dog, because me and him were the same boat. He tore his knees up too, because we came in together. And so he knows what I've been through, and so it finally just felt like peace, man. I finally got what I needed. I called my daddy and my mama, and I was like, hey, it happened. And it felt good, man. It's the best thing I could say, man. It felt great, man.
Man, I feel good for you, man. I'm just watching that. Yeah. Now, you talked about Bolden, him at Jackson State. Man, the season y'all had last year at FAMU was second to none. Yeah. I went to the playoff game. I went to some of the home games as well. And the crowd, man. I don't care where you at. I ain't really seen no student section like FAMU student section.
You're not going to.
Like, you could be at Florida State, Georgia, Kentucky. They rocking out, man. And I'm talking about they handling business like they are
they were better than your Alabama States?
Ohio State. Now, see, Mo want to bring up my Alabama State. Now, if y'all see, we got a helmet in the background with the ASU on it. Man. That's my helmet at Alabama State.
I didn't see that.
Now, speaking of that,
no, y'all wasn't better.
No.
Y'all was better.
No. See, I can't speak. See, my school. See, Mo talking about wasn't better, but my school. If y'all go look it up, Alabama State. Now we got one of the best stadiums in college football. Period.
Y'all do. You didn't say
no. See, Mo. What I just said when I was talking about it. Then
He
I
that
say,
fast.
hold on. What I said when I was talking about it, I said, you ain't gonna see no student section like that. I said, I don't care if you at Georgia, Florida State. Didn't I just say that?
I just want to hear you say that, fam.
No, man, hold on. Now, see, one thing we not finna do is gonna be on no disrespect. Now, hold on, but serious, but we gotta get back to the main thing.
Yeah.
What was your thoughts, man, on last year, going through the season? Y'all playing your ex-teammate Isaiah Boulder. Everybody talking about Deion Sanders. Y'all go down there. I remember seeing you running out the tunnel. They had, on the TV. I remember you coming out, when y'all played down there in Miami. What was your thoughts on the whole season last year and the effect Deion had? Because, I love what he doing, but I'm tired. I want my school to win too.
Yeah.
So, cause that's why I see more talking about, what your section been. That's one thing we don't do in black college ball. We ain't want to show too much love to the other. We gonna, we gonna support them, but we want ours to shine too.
Exactly.
So, what was your thoughts on the whole season with the Deion coming in, but the things y'all did too?
Man, the whole season last year was like, in my opinion, my favorite season since I've been at FAMU. We just played with some great athletes, man. Some great athletes that I just never had a chance to play with in high school. And then my first years at FAMU, never got a chance to play with those kind of athletes like Marquise Bell. You know what I'm saying? At the Cowboy. You see, I'd say, man, that's the hardest hitting dude I ever played with. Like, you gotta see it in person. The dude's a missile. Like, you gotta see it.
I told him that.
You gotta see it, man.
I seen the Florida game.
You gotta see it, dude.
Yeah.
Him, Antoine Collier, Savion Williams, all these great guys, man. Like, that just beasts and hand their own. Like, and we all connected. Everybody connected, and then it's like everybody wanted to help each other out. Everybody had the same goal in mind. Everybody wanted to win. And then when we saw Deion come in, it was like, okay, now these guys are coming in with the mindset, okay, they're better than us already. And better than any HBCU team. Right. Like, I don't know if you remember what Shador said, we chose to come in.
Yeah, I do. Like nobody else did.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so we took that personal, man.
I bet everybody
took that
did.
personal. So it's like everybody did HBCU football, and so it's like when we got to play them, it was like, man, let's get it. Yeah. It was like, it was no smiling, no laughing. It was all business, man. And then like, that was one of my best games too. So it was like, I had my fourth down stop.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, that was just like, it was so cool. And but I remember we ended up, falling short 7-6, man. But that game that we took that loss though, that 7-6 loss, we really should have, we should have won that game. But we took that for the rest of the season, and that just fueled us for the rest of the season. We're not going this again. We try to win every other game. You know what I'm saying? We did.
Yeah,
we did. We made history, won the playoffs, and I don't know how long.
Yeah,
I don't know
I
how
think
long.
it was like since 98, something like that.
Since 98, right? And so,
But see, my question too, why y'all did my school like that, man? Alabama, 26-0 or something.
Listen, I mean, it's crazy, man. Alabama State, man, it's like y'all got the facilities. Y'all have.
They just didn't have y'all. They just should have had y'all. They took the whole squad and put them in
That's
the
true.
dump.
That's what I think it is too.
It might be off the chain.
That's right. It's crazy. I think that's what it might be.
You know what I'm
saying? Nah, I'm playing, man.
but see, and talk to the people, tell them about that atmosphere at FAMU, like, because a lot of people really don't understand black college ball. Like, some people almost degraded, downgraded. Yeah. They think just cause Deion came and just started. Man, not knowing when you go to other school, this thing right. You know what I'm saying? Even at y'all FAMU, y'all got one of the best atmospheres. So kind of tell the people about some of that, and like how it was for you seeing it, and just kind of break down to them the realness of it.
Because I've been seeing FAMU since Leroy Van was there, and Kevin Elliott was there. So I was a kid, so I got to see them like really like rock out. So I think it's important for us like black families for you to take your children to HBCU games. Because the culture there is second to none. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna say if you're a high school recruit and you're trying to see a good atmosphere, loyal fans, and the bands, come to FAMU. Right. It's unexplainable. I could tell you what it is. Like you gotta see it. You gotta see it. You gotta see HBCU football live to understand, really appreciate it. Because you're not gonna get that anywhere else. You're not. you're not, man. So
right.
Yeah.
Now I do want to know because you coming in here all ripped, swole up. Now I be trying to get my lip on, but I ain't lifting hard like that.
Yeah.
Was you one of the ones that was ranked in like the top 5s in a lot of categories?
Yeah, I was top linebacker and bench.
So you was killing them.
Yeah, I was killing them, man. Yeah.
I always used to want to, but every time we get up under there, we started going them weights. I just couldn't get over a certain hump. So I just, y'all can have that.
Yeah.
Y'all can have that one. I couldn't get that top 5 off in that weight room.
You just gotta let it just come down and boom off your chest. That's all you gotta do, man.
I should have, but I missed out on them top 5.
Yeah, that top 5.
Yeah, I missed out on them.
Now the last 2 things I got for you, you could have came back this year.
Yeah.
That's what a lot of people don't know. You could have came back, and I saw it, and you could tell I was watching you, pretty close. And when I saw that, I was like, oh. But you made a decision for yourself and to grow for your, your family and in your future, pretty much. So what came to that decision for you deciding not to come back?
Man, so right now I'm in grad school right now for psychology.
Congrats.
Yes, sir. I had a goal in mind to come to FAMU to play football, but to also master this goal of starting my own practice back home in Tampa, in the inner cities. So I think it's important for, I guess you can see why the world's going. Mental health is very important right now.
Exactly.
And we need more representation of us as therapists, more Black men and more Black women, right? So that was my main goal. And I love FAMU football. It's done a lot for me, but I understood that if I wanted to accomplish this goal, I couldn't do football and this at the same time. I couldn't master that. I couldn't put my all into it. And it hurt my heart, man. Cause I love football playing all my life. But sometimes you gotta let it go and really go on, and it's time to grow up. It's time to grow up. It's you go football only lasts for it doesn't last forever, but what you're doing, what I want to do in my career, it can last a long time and make an impact.
Right.
So that's what I really want to do. So,
and man, you seem so intelligent, man, and you're a great representation of HBCU football.
Thank you.
And that's what a lot of people don't know. It's a lot of people just look at athletes, and especially football players, and just put you in the mindset of the job mentality when that's not the case. That's not the truth. A lot of times they say, well, you couldn't come here because your grades or whatever, when a lot of times you end up in a better situation at the HBCU. We noticed all the things going on with FAMU when they were talking about the APR and they had all the ineligible players, and you start to hear the gripes come out. Oh, this wrong, that's wrong with the school. But we just heard this man talk about all the great things that's going on. But anytime you got a lot of problems or issues, some people just bring out everything. That's just like you can be arguing with your girlfriend or your wife. You can be starting out arguing about one thing and, okay, now this, that. When really you got to be focused on the point, because everything else will be good in your relationship, but it's like that get forgetting about or missing. So if you could just speak on a little bit of that, like what was your thoughts when you saw it and some of the things you heard, and if you could just put like a positive spin on the end of it too.
You talking about for FAMU, as far as what we
the
do?
APR and all that, when you heard about it, and like how you felt?
Man, so basically APR, that's a issue that I've been dealing with since I got the fam. I think it was my freshman, we were on sanctions, I think. That's what it was. And then the next following when Coach Simmons got there, we were on sanctions again for APR. And then I think we had some situations before Jack State. Last year, we had some of the players got to the game late because APR. So I understand APR as is a no issue with FAMU athletics regarding the football team, but I feel it's an issue that's getting fixed. We definitely see more players now speaking up about it and trying to get it fixed with Dr. Robinson. I'm not sure if you guys saw that. It's on Twitter with the letter. That's a big start, man.
Yeah,
it's bringing attention to it. And so, like, you're not just sitting back and letting it happen anymore. And that's why I feel like a lot of people, maybe in the previous years of FAMU, just kind of let it happen, let it slide, but not anymore. And that's testament to Coach Simmons. Coach Simmons brought in change, and so now it's like, okay, what do we do now beyond football? What can we do? And we're going to speak up and use our voices. I feel like we've done enough on the football field to bring attention to the school as far as being, a good team. So now we're going to use our minds and say, okay, look, this is what we want to do for change, and put it on paper and use our voices and speak Dr. Robinson and bring the world's attention to it. So that's why I think it's good, man. But despite all that, man, I think that they're going to have a great season. It's a new team, new coaching staff. A lot of players that we had last year gone. So I understand we lost to Jack State, big time. And Fort Valley, we could have done better, but I'm excited to see these boys going to do tonight against Alabama A&M. This is going to be a good game because, I think it's a must-win for both teams. You know what I'm saying? So, as FAMU football, one thing about it, we don't lose at home.
Yeah, I know that.
We don't lose at home.
Yeah. And that's really a testament to Coach Simmons, too, since he got there. I think they maybe lost one home game, but
that's Jack State.
Yep, that first game. And ever since then, they've been winning. And lastly, man, I'm gonna just let you give some thanks for like a quick minute. Some thanks to people who have been influential in your life, and just thank different people who you might not have, who may not have known you appreciate them.
Definitely my mother, my father. That goes without saying, man. This has been my rock, holding me down, man, as far as my mental. She's my girlfriend. We've been together for 4 years now. So we came in. She's from Tampa as well.
Getting married in advance.
yeah. It's coming. So yeah, she's seen me at my worst. So then she's held me down. And then just my school back home, West Chapel, man. Just my coaches, everything like that. That's who I go home to. I work out with. Over summertime, and they did a great job. It's all these 4 years making sure that my mind is good. You get what I'm saying? So that's why I give thanks to. And if I miss anybody else, I want to say thank y'all because you guys know I love y'all. And you guys want on a journey with me, and you guys stayed down. And so I'm blessed and highly favored, man. It's just a great experience. So yeah, man. Yeah, that's really it.
All right, man. Y'all heard it right here. That Mr. Allen, he going on to do great things in the community. One day, this man gonna change lives and help lives to be successful. And I just want to thank him for his journey and being a part of this podcast today. And for all young men out there who are struggling with any issue for us, just thinking you may not can make it, or you struggling with something. This man told you his journey. He had 2 knee injuries, severe knee injuries. He fought through it and earned a scholarship on top of that. And he played some big time ball and made some big time plays. Hey, this is something that I think everybody need to know and see because it's going to help us all. But I'm going to leave y'all how I always leave y'all. Keep your head up and not down, or else you'll fall to the ground. This is the Life in Football Podcast. Catch you next time.